Hey guys, welcome back to Blaze Talk, and today we're going to be talking about the announcement of Nate Diaz versus Tony Ferguson, originally set to be Nate Diaz versus Khamzat Chimaev, but Khamzat missed weight by £7, which is very unfortunate. I know a lot of people were looking forward to seeing this fight, myself included, just seeing, what if Nate Diaz got it done, or just how the fight would play out. It would have been interesting to see that fight with that being so much hype and everyone expecting Khamzat just to walk through Nate, which I don't believe would have happened, but it still just would have had that sort of, question mark as like how the fight will play out. But I think Tony is a much better fight for Nate. They're both at similar stages in their career, both coming off losses to top ranked opponents, and they're both just looking to get a win to get them back on track. Yeah, it's a fight that all of us fans have been wanting for a very long time. It should have really been the original main event for this card. But it's going to be interesting to see how Nate adjusts to find a guy like Tony. Tony is a very awkward striker to prepare for, and a lot of his past opponents have said it's not easy finding training partners or sparring partners just to sort of emulate the same style that Tony has. So it is going to be fun to see what kind of fight it is, and I do believe it will be a striking matchup. And I think Tony's definitely got the easy adjustments in this fight, as he has been preparing for a striker in Li Jingliang. But yeah, as for a prediction, I think that Nate is going to outbox Tony. I think he's going to be able to sort of overwhelm him with strikes. I don't think Tony's been the same since losing to Gaethje. Fair enough, he has lost to all top 5 guys, title contenders, title challengers, so Tony's lost to nobodies, but I just think Nate Diaz's striking and his strength might be a bit too much for Tony. But I do think Tony's also got very good chance. He looked very impressive in the Michael Chandler fight up until he got knocked out, but he rocked Michael in the first round, and he did, as they looked very good. It looked like he'd been working hard, and he has said coming into this fight week that he has sort of upped his training. He has been training a lot harder and a lot smarter, been doing more sparring, so he has been preparing himself better for war. So it'll be interesting too, just to see how that sort of pays off, and how that sort of improves his performance going into this fight. But I think, as I say, this is a fan friendly fight. Should be an amazing fight. It's a great farewell fight to Nate. It's the right fight, in my opinion, for it to be his last fight in the UFC. If he would have gone out there, got smoked by Khamzat, it would have felt a bit of a sad farewell for Nate in the UFC. But the fact that it is a legend like Tony, who's very respected, he's got a huge fan following, so I think, as I say, it's the right fight for Nate to go out on. If he can go out in a win, which I do believe he will, I think it'll be all the more impressive, and it probably will be, emotional for a lot of Nate Diaz fans, a lot of, fight fans, just to see an icon like Nate leave the UFC. That does sort of feel like his home. He's been in the UFC for a very long time. He's put up some amazing performances, some amazing quotes, that was fight fans will never forget. So it is definitely bittersweet. It's nice to see him go out with the right opponent, but there's also tons of fun fights that are always going to be there for Nate if he ever does return. The Conor trilogy is always going to be there. The Dustin Poirier fight will always be there. The Leon Edwards rematch, I know that might sound silly, but you imagine, Nate Diaz fighting for the title against Leon Edwards again. I mean, that would be incredible. But yeah, I'm really happy with the fight announcement. Also, they have decided to go with Khamzat Chimaev versus Kevin Holland, which I think is a very fun fight. Both guys don't really like each other. There is bad blood there. It'll be held at £180. And I know a lot of people were sort of saying, well, was this planned from the beginning? I don't believe that. I think the UFC would have much preferred Nate Diaz versus Khamzat Chimaev, but I think from what Dana said, Khamzat was caught in weight he was struggling. The doctor told him not to cut any weight, so I think whether he came in with injury or he just had a bad cut, or Kamzat's also said they were originally meant to fight in October, like the Nate Diaz fight was originally set to be next month, so perhaps he was walking around quite heavy and then perhaps he thought he couldn't get the weight off, or he knew he might be able to get it off in time but was struggling. So I mean, it is unfortunate, but it has made for 2 incredibly epic fights which I cannot wait for. We're in for a treat tonight, guys. Hope you guys are going to be watching the fights tonight. Also, Daniel Rodriguez versus Li Jingliang, so there's still some epic fights. Julian Erosa versus Hakeem Dawodu, look out for that fight. I guarantee that fight will be fight of the night. So yeah, I cannot wait for the card. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. I really do appreciate all the support on my last video. I believe it's got like 250 views, which is, you know, very, very cool. I'm very happy with that. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys can enjoy more content coming out soon. Peace.